Hello and welcome back to the Common Colt Podcast. The Colts Podcast is real takes and no clickbait. I'm Josh Hudgens, joined by Dan Hertzler. What's up, Dan?
Not too much, just sitting here kind of enjoying a midweek stuff, getting ready for Thursday night football, just some NFL, and then bang, here we go. Colts got some news. Pretty interesting video clip here from one of our guys that we've been talking a lot about, Shaq Leonard. Hey, guys, take a look at this clip.
We know that November was kind of the date for you. Well, here we are in November. Do you think that the time is finally here?
Me personally, I think so. I mean, for myself, but I don't think they, think that. I think it's probably going to be similar, maybe even worse. So I'm just going to go out and just play as many plays as I can play, and then, just go from there.
Is it something where you feel like you can maybe prove some things to them out there on the field this month?
I just feel like each week I prove who I am. I feel like the way that I play the game was getting better and better each week. But they say I don't make enough splash plays, so I guess I'll still be watching for a little bit.
Shaq, how collaborative is that process? Do you know, like, going into a game, how many plays you're probably going to get, or is it you might not know?
Yeah, I kind of know a little bit. They'll tell me if I'm going to split reps with EJ on first and second. I know I'm not in on third down, so kind of know exactly what it is. If I like it or not, it is what it is.
Yeah, so there you have it, guys. Shaq Leonard, obviously a little frustrated there, talks about how they, being the Colts, are upset of him not making splash plays. And taking a step back, before the injuries, when he was the maniac, Darius Leonard, he was making plays. He was causing fumbles. He was doing the peanut punch, and he was a freak of nature. He totally deserved that big contract that he's gotten. Now, in hindsight, that contract's not looking so good, but you can't predict injuries. What's your thoughts on Shaq Leonard kind of being upset with the snap counts? I know he's still, I believe, number 2 or 3 in snaps for the linebacker position on the Colts. So it's not like he's completely just not getting any snaps at all. What's your thoughts on all this?
Well, two things. And one is, the fact that they had talked about limiting his snaps until November or later in the season. And maybe that's still the case. So we've got to kind of wait and see a little bit. Maybe this was all by design coming off those injuries. It's been multiple seasons, really. It's not just coming off one season. It's been multiple seasons since we've really seen, Shaq Leonard be the guy that we're used to. So maybe the Colts have a game plan. Maybe they're just executing that game plan. Maybe we'll see more of that. But the other part of it, I think that is difficult. And again, we've seen this around the league, whether you're looking at, I'm thinking of guys going back a little bit like the Ed Reeds, and you would see the Troy Polamalu's. When these guys would just fly around the field, make plays, and then they start losing a step. It's almost like watching somebody that you really, really care about start to get older, and they just don't move around the house, or they don't do the things they used to. And you're just like, oh man, like I can remember when they were making those plays, and he's not playing bad. I mean, again, the PFF grades, I don't know how much stock you put into him, but he's kind of right in the middle of linebackers. He's not playing bad. He's not a liability out there. It's just not the same guy.
Yeah.
And he's got to accept that. And I think Colts Nation, we got to accept that.
Well, I think the big kicker is the contract. If he was getting paid middle tier contract, then we would probably think about keeping him. But the most interesting dynamic of this, and I think this obviously is just another sign of it's the beginning of the end of Shaq Leonard's time in Indianapolis. This offseason is a perfect time for the Colts to get out from the contract. They have an out. If they keep him, he's going to count $20 million against their salary cap. If they cut him, it's only $8 million in dead cap, meaning the Colts can save $12 million to release him. It really just, unless if he has a big turnaround with, in this last part of this season here, or is willing to restructure, which I don't see that happening, he's gone. Shaq Leonard is gone. Yeah. And one of my favorite Colt players of this modern era Colts team, the plays he would make, how he would sacrifice himself to make big plays, similar to Bob Sanders would. I mean, it's fun to watch. And just to watch this season unfold and see Zaire Franklin kind of take over for that linebacker core and really become the soul of the Colts. You can see it. You can see it on the field. Outside of just the plays being made, you can see Zaire Franklin is now the leader of that defense with DeForest Buckner. Shaq Leonard is not the freak show, the maniac. He's not making the noise. He's not rallying the troops. It's Zaire Franklin. So to me, the frustration's kind of mounting. And I don't really care for his comments, to tell you the truth. I thought, yeah, for a seasoned veteran, this wasn't after a loss. Like Michael Pittman came out and said that dumb comment, wanting the ball more after the Colts lost, and he came out 2-3 days later and he owned it. And he's like, "Hey, look, I'm a sore loser," he says, and I'm Shackler. This isn't after this is on a Thursday, and you're making this comment as a veteran on the team, just kind of throwing the coaching staff / front office under the bus. I don't like that from a guy that's supposed to be a leader on your team. This guy's supposed to know what you're gonna say or not say, and I just don't care for any of it, honestly. And I do think it's the beginning of the end, which is what you predicted all the way back in August.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate because the NFL is also moving away from just a linebacker centric kind of defense. Yeah. Teams are spreading it out. Teams are trying to get more nickel and dime packages out there. You need one, maybe two good coverage linebackers. And like you said, it looks like we've got some other guys. And so now you look and say, okay, if we could save $12 million, man, where could we spend that? Could we get a cornerback, that could actually cover? Can we, maybe extend Michael Pittman, which I'm starting to lean towards. Like, hey, I think Michael Pittman might be a good guy to have on the team. I would still go get another receiver, but it would be like, hey, Pittman would be a great, strong number 2 receiver. And he's kind of won me over. So that $12 million is more important right now coming into the next season for the Colts than what Shaq Leonard's play is. And we just have to kind of admit that. We got to kind of own that. We got to admit that. We got to enjoy what it was. Hey, don't be sorry that it's over. Be thankful that we had it for a little while. And we just got to come to grips with that. And to your point too, I hope he leaves or the next month or two doesn't leave a sour taste in our mouths thinking about, just bitter veteran or disgruntled or causing scenes. Just, play your heart out, do what you can and realize, hey, the time is up and it's time for you to move on.
Yeah. And I think it was injuries, obviously, that played a role in his back, kind of nerve issues. And it's weird as a sports fan because I feel like in the last 10, 12 years now, we've seen such a progression and just recoveries. I mean, we've seen ACLs, which used to be a career ender, is now like guys come back from ACL, just really no problem anymore. Achilles, which was really the career ender, is now, it's not quite there yet, but I mean, you see Rodgers already throwing at MetLife Field. There's the Cam Akers came back pretty quickly from his Achilles tear. And so to see an athlete maybe just kind of come back from an injury and not look good at all or even close to what he was is a little weird, but it just goes to show that the human body just reacts differently, and Shaq's body just reacted different. And, wish him the best of luck wherever he goes and plays. But I truly think, I'm giving this like a 90% chance that he's gone this offseason. If you're a Colts fan, don't buy a Shaq Leonard jersey now. Wait till like July when they're on sale by like 70% off or something.
Yeah, and it also shows you the difference between elite guys and average guys. It really is a little bit of speed, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. When you start losing just a little bit of that, it pulls you back into the medium, the average of the players out there. And that's just where he is. He's an average linebacker right now. And I think, that's what we just got to accept. It's sad, but unfortunately, this is the reality of the NFL. Not for very long. Okay, that's what the NFL is, and that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah, guys, let us know what you think in the comments. We're at over 1,900 subscribers. We're really close to 2,000. If you want to hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that. And Shaq, if you're watching, comment. You can subscribe too. Just don't tackle me. I'm still a little nervous of that. So go ahead, subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.